What's good, fam? Welcome back to the channel, Loudbrook Gaming, and as always, I'm your host, Loudbrook. We're still here with Telling Lies. We're heading into part 6 of the series, so we're pretty deep into this game now. And we've hit a couple of milestones with the trophies that pops up, so I think we're on the right track at the moment. Let's dig into another couple of videos and see what we reveal or find out from the other videos. I think we got the gist of what the story is about. David Jones is an undercover agent. He's still married to Emma, who is Elba's mother, his daughter. He had a kid with Ava whilst being undercover, and I think when he told her he has to go on a hideout or disappearing act, that's when he returned to his family. I don't know if he briefed Mike on him impregnating or having a child with Ava. Maybe he kept that secret from the FBI. He also talks to this video chick that he pays for conversations named Michelle. She's from France and so forth, but I'm not really bothered about that storyline. I don't know why. It doesn't really intrigue me, but the Ava situation, maybe the Emma situation, and the kid over there, him being undercover and still married to her, that's kind of intriguing, and I want to see where this Ava situation is gonna lead to. But with that being said, please do like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and of course, we will always notify you when we upload new content to the channel. And yeah, let's get into it. So our last search was Snow White, nickname dubbed for Ava. He also had other nicknames like dwarfs. I think dwarfs was just people ultimately that was involved in the syndicate. And then we had Doc. So on the check out Doc and see what it looks like. It's a video with Elba in it, but let's have a look and see what was discussed in that video.
What's up, Doc? Do you think Mima is going to die? Is this one of the good lies you tell that make people feel bad? The doctor told me a funny joke. What time do you go to the dentist? 2:30. I'll tell Mama to call you.
So I think it's just a video with Elba where a doctor was giving the family the bad news about Mima, who's a grandmother. Seems like she has dementia or something, memory loss, something around those lines. And he was just trying to comfort her on that video. Next up, we're gonna try Sleepy. And seems like we got a couple of videos. I think this is the one where, yeah, where he flips out at the end that he's a agent and all of that. So we'll check that video out for sure. But let's jump into this one and see what that's
How
about.
about a game of... You are?
Okay, it seems like this is that conversation, but different timelines. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but I think those was that call in the park where he tells him he won't be able to make it for Thanksgiving. I'd really
It's a
like to
good
see
story.
the end of his video.
I love you too, Dada.
Seems like he spoke majority of the time for this video. Albert didn't really say much. But I really thought this is the video where he tells her the story about the bear and the old man and the beard. And at the end of that video, he flips out on it. Talking about Steve and he doesn't sleep with suspects and things like that. Don't think that's it though. I think we go into this Prospen thing, man. I think there's a bit more to uncover over there. Yep, got 2 new videos. Let's check those out.
There will be a prayer vigil for the pipeline protesters tonight. People all faiths are welcome to come. Details on Facebook. David!
Oh, hey. Hey.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Yeah.
We didn't scare you off.
No, I'm easily scared.
It's normally a little busier, but well, as you heard, some of our members are in Silver Ridge.
Yeah.
We shut down the access road for 40 minutes today.
I heard about that. I actually been meaning to get up there.
It's a good way to get a lay of the land. Yeah. Go ahead. Help yourself. We'll start back up again at 5 on the Prosper push. We're calling shareholders to ask them to invest in the people of the River Valley.
Great. Done. Okay.
See ya.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey,
Hey. I've been out to Chinese food every single day this week, and no luck.
yeah, I thought you would have come by the store to check up on your order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. I had to order it from England just to get the perfect copy.
Wow, extra authentic. Would you give me some coffee?
Yeah.
Did you know Pop, he recorded that in London?
And then your namesake mixed it here in LA, so that's been across the pond twice now?
You are an expert. You want some milk?
No thanks. Actually, I looked it up when I ordered it for you.
Oh, I see. You didn't want me to out-trivia.
No. Well, why didn't you just order it off the internet?
That's more fashion. You gotta support your local record store. They turn into Starbucks.
Wait, who do you think supplies the coffee here? It's a community gesture.
Wait, if I were to, just dunk, would that mean I sold out?
You like to dunk your cookies? Would you like to get a drink somewhere?
Like right now?
No, I mean sometime.
Like drink, or like we're gonna call Prosper investors boring?
I mean, sure, we could call some investors, but I was thinking more of a drink. There's this Old Man Bar, the Tavern. They have this jukebox built with Joni Mitchell albums.
So,
Cool. Yeah, I'll call you. Drink. There's this Old Man Bar, the Tavern. They have this jukebox built with Joni Mitchell albums.
We gotta check out that Old Man Bar, the Tavern, man.
all right.
I gotta catch Sean. So,
Go to.
bye.
Bye.
The way Prosper does.
Shotgun.
Everybody in?
Yeah. All right, if you head out this way, it's actually not far. Just keep going straight. We'll take a right up here.
Man.
Yeah. You jealous, man?
Swing.
It's an 85. Drove it here all the way from LA.
Seriously?
Yeah, 1,800 miles. You were saying though, about the insurance?
Oh yeah. The way Prosper does it, they have two major insurance providers because they can't work on any of their build sites if they don't have insurance. But you can look that all up on their private page. Download the numbers on who to follow up with. It's gonna be another right here.
Yeah, it's about people. Find out who the top decision makers are in each office. Get on their social. Keep on them until they have to act.
Yeah, but how far do we go?
You know?
Did you guys hear about the Diablo folk? What they did? They bought a subscription to a firearms magazine for one of the shareholders, but it was under his kid's name. Yeah, but I mean, it worked, because I think he resigned like a week later.
All right, let's keep it classy, guys. These people are looking for any excuse they can find to make us the bad guys. Let's not paint a target on our backs.
We hear you, David.
Yeah, and it's a right up here again.
There's some other ops coming up. We have a couple of acetylene torches that get hot enough to cut steel. The valve sites are where the pipe is exposed. If you're fast on your feet, you can hit and run. It can set them back weeks.
Yeah, we used to use gasoline and motor oil on the valve sites, but I guess torches would be more effective. One more right here. Yeah, and then I think it's just up here on the right. You can just pull over wherever.
Anywhere here?
Yeah, anywhere you can find a spot.
And they know we're coming?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody out.
I think we go to Devon next and see what we get, I guess.
Tavern. Tavern. You look like an accountant. Why won't you tell me where you are? I used to tell my mom that I would never be second pegged to a guy. I would go out into the world and blaze my own trail. And here I am, crying over you. I'm sitting in a bar, asking my unborn child what is going through her daddy's head. That money that you left, David, was an insult. I don't want your money. It's my face.
Okay, so that video was after the medicine cabinet. Let's try Bud. 2 videos. The dude that drove shotgun in the van, is that the same dude from that series called You? I think season 2 is the lady who the You dude falls for or starts stalking, because You is like a pretty creepy series. The lady that he falls for or starts creeping on in season 2, it's her brother. I think he plays her brother in that series. If memory serves me, I'm pretty good with faces, so I think it is that dude.
Hey, babe. You doing okay? Yeah, things are a little hard right now, honey, so we just have to be strong for Mama, you know? Okay, sure. Do you want one from your book, or?
Yeah, he's talking to you, Elba.
Okay. I'll just, all right. Do you know the story of Rumpelstiltskin? Mm-hmm.
Elba always wanting these stories from him, man. But this is a really long video, so I think there's something in it.
She says, yes, of course, of course. And the imp, he spins the entire huge pile of straw into gold. And then right before the king walks in, he disappears, and the king opens up the door, and he's so excited he can't believe it. And he says, truly, you are magical, he says. That's his voice. And then the very next day, the girl, she's married to the prince, right? And despite all the weirdness of this marriage, they actually really like each other. In fact, they fall in love. And 2 years later, that little girl, now a princess, is pregnant. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, in the summer, she gives birth to this beautiful baby daughter. Okay, but her happiness about this new little girl, it's short-lived, because guess who comes back? The imp. The imp reappears, and he says, I've come to collect my reward, he says. And the baby is...
Okay, he took this story all the way, it seems like.
No, it's not. He says, no. Laughs the imp, okay? He says, no, and he leaves. It's not Stephen. And the next day, the princess is so upset because she doesn't know what to do. She only has one more guess, one more day. So she leaves the baby with her servants, and she just walks into the forest because she's so worried she's gonna lose her baby. And she wanders and wanders all day, and into the evening,
This dude also told his daughter a lot of intense stories, man.
is my name. And smiling to herself, the princess runs back to the castle because she heard his name. And that evening, the imp arrives, right? And he's kind of gloating, and he asks her his name. And the princess kind of looks sad, you know, she's kind of pretending to be sad, and she gnashes her teeth a little bit. But then she looks him in the eye and she says, Your name's Rumpelstiltskin. And the imp, his eyes bulge, and he looks like he's gonna burst, and his head goes, red. He shakes it like he's gonna explode, and all of a sudden it's... Oh, do you think he should? Okay, well, then Rumpelstiltskin ran away and he never came back. And the princess became queen, and her daughter grew up to be a wonderful queen in her own right, and everyone lived happily ever after. Yeah? Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know, maybe he was lonely. It's just a story. You do? I guess. Now that you mention it, most of the people in the story were bad. You would? Okay. Well, honey, I have to go out, I'm afraid, so. But yeah, you got your glowworm, right? Oh, I love that name. That's a great name. All right, come here. Give me a kiss, real quick. Mwah. Love you, kid. Night, night.
Okay, there wasn't much in that video. Let's check out this one. His beard is a bit short. Might be another story for Elba. I see gold and things involved, man.
Miss you too, babe. Sure. Yeah. Rasputin. Oh, you mean Rumpelstiltskin? Okay. Is Mama still there? Okay. I guess I'll speak to her later. Okay. So once upon a time there was a girl who had long, long blonde hair that people said looked like gold. Yeah, sure, why not? There was a girl called... Okay, so Emma, she has long blonde hair, and she really wants to marry the prince, but she's just a farmer's daughter. Well, one day the king comes riding through her village to water his horses, and she hears about it, and so she urges her father to go to the king and boast about his daughter and her long, beautiful hair. And while he's doing that, she quickly throws on some of her best jewelry, but when her father stands before the king, he gets really nervous and he misspeaks, and he tells the king that his daughter can spin straw into gold. And the king is intrigued. He asks the girl to confirm, is this true? Can you spin straw to gold? But she wants to win the king's favor, so Emma says, yes, I can spin gold from straw. But the king's no fool, so he decides to call her bluff, and he proposes a challenge. If you can turn straw into gold, you may marry my son, the prince, but if not, you will be exiled, which means kicked out. Well, Emma, she's unable to refuse such an offer, so she accepts. And the king takes her to his castle, and he locks her into one of his towers. And there in the tower room is a spinning wheel with a large pile of straw. And he says he'll return in the morning to see if she can actually spin this straw into gold. Well, Emma, she spends all night trying to think of some excuse or, clever way to get out of this situation. But as dawn approaches, nothing. She really starts to worry. And that is when a strange man appears. And he asks her if she has a wish. And she says, I wish to turn this straw into gold. And he says, I can do that, but you must give me your necklace. Well, the girl quickly takes off her necklace, and the imp sits at the spinning wheel, and he starts to spin, and he spins all of the straw into a large pile of golden thread. And then there's a knock at the door, and the imp disappears, and the king comes in, and he sees the small pile of gold, and he's amazed, but he's a little suspicious. So he moves the girl to a second tower, and this time there's a much larger pile of straw. Okay, and again, it's the same challenge. You spin that straw into gold, marry the prince. If not, you're kicked out of the kingdom. And yet again, just by morning, the girl, she waits, and again, there's nothing. She can't do it. But right then, that imp appears again, and this time he asks for her ring. And so she gives him her ring, he sits down, he spins that much larger pile of straw into gold, and boom, disappears right at dawn, right before the king walks in, and he sees this larger pile of gold, and he's almost convinced. But for a final time, the king moves that girl to a third tower where there is a huge pile of straw. And he locks the door again. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. But this time, the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry to give him. What can she do? Well, the imp, he smiles, and he tells her that if she will give him her firstborn child, then he will spin the straw into gold. Well, Emma, she has no option but to say yes. So the imp, he sits at the spinning wheel, and he spins that huge pile of straw into golden thread. And he disappears right before dawn, and the king walks in, and he opens the door, and the king is amazed. He says, I thought you were lying, but you are for real. And the very next day, the girl is married to the prince. And on her wedding day, she smiles wider than she's ever smiled before. And her hair shines like gold itself. And a year later, Princess Emma gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. And later that week, she's putting that little baby into a cot when suddenly that little man appears again, that imp, and he says, I have come for what is mine, the baby. And the princess, she begs and begs, and please, no, don't take my baby, I'll give you anything. She offers him all the riches in the kingdom. She offers him everything, but he refuses, so she gets on her knees and she pleads, please, please, I'll give you anything. And she says, okay, if you can guess my name, I will not take your baby. But if you cannot, the baby is mine. I will give you 3 guesses. And then he disappears. And the princess, she's terrified. So she calls in all of her staff and all the spies and the soldiers or anyone who has a horse to go and scour the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. And the next day, the first spy returns and he tells her, oh, okay, sure. Okay, Daniel. So the imp appears and he asks if she has a guess, and she says, Daniel? But the imp laughs. Wrong! 2 more guesses. And he disappears. And the very next day, another spy returns. But this time he says that he's heard villagers talking about a strange man who lives in the mountains. Now, No, honey. That would end the story too soon. A little too soon. Ah, okay. Well, okay, in that case, the spy returns and says Rumpelstiltskin is this strange man's name, and the princess waits in her room, and at midnight the imp arrives, and he says, now your second guess, and he cackles, and he's kind of rubbing his hands, and the princess smiles and looks him in the eye, and she says, Rumpelstiltskin. And the imp is amazed. I mean, he's so surprised that he
I want to go with Daniel. That name has come up a lot. Daniel.
too soft on her, Daniel.
Yeah. It's
David, the
Mima's
new boy.
husband.
Who was the one before? Always brought her roses. Paul. That's right. He was always so polite. Always would hold the door open for her. I appreciate that. You look like Daniel did in the 70s. I do worry, David. While you're off growing your hair and...
Let's search this Paul dude, man.
But we both lied about.
I think there's more behind that story with Paul.
Hey, hon. Good, thanks. Alba went down early, so I'm just winding down. It's a lovely night. Oh, well, at least Michigan has weather. That must be exciting. I don't know. Why do pigeons always fly upside down over Detroit? How do you do it? These people you're with, they've known you for months now. And when they look into your eyes, they see a friend. So how do you return their smiles and laugh at their jokes when none of it is true?
Great question.
But it's all a lie. Wow. If it's that easy, then you could do anything.
Yeah, you could just lie to anyone and
Have you
everyone,
slept with
bro.
anyone? No. But we both lied about Paul. That's Mama. I gotta go.
They lied about Paul. Was it a cover-up? I think so.
Paul. Hey, Laura. I wasn't expecting you. You feeling okay? Is Emma there, Laura? Or Emma hates Dennis. It's David. It's David, Laura. Paul. Yeah. Well, Paul was a bad man. Okay. No, 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 it's fine. You take care, Laura. Okay.
That video didn't really offer much.
You know, we never talked about Paul.
Is this where she played with the dollhouse, I think? Maybe that video?
I was driving past, I saw his car parked on the street outside. I went straight into the apartment. He was grabbing you, and I feared for your life. I love you.
I don't think David's in a sound mind to be a FBI agent.
It's 4 in the morning, babe.
Sorry. I don't have much time.
I'm going to bed. Come wake me up when you're done. You're a fucking vampire.
We just hit another milestone. It's 4 in the morning.
I think I'll be able to manage. Yeah, thank you. Oh, stay and be with me. It's nice to have you here. Watch me sleep.
Good night, David.
I want to try murder. Maybe death. Maybe dead. Here we go.
Okay. Hey. Okay. Okay, nice. How's she feeling? Mm. Mm. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Woo! Woo! Sorry, it's my daughter. It's hard. Okay, babe, knock him dead. Up above the world so high. Come on, honey. Up above the world so high. Yeah? Come on, honey. Like a... No, come on, honey. Like a diamond. Like a diamond. Shh. Okay. Hey, Emma. Can I talk to her? Emma. Let me talk. I heard what went down in Michigan. You arrested them all, huh? Even Ava? All these years, Mike, I have been loyal to the Bureau above all else.
told you not to arrest them. Yeah, because you used my reports, and then the judge threw it out, and now they know that there's a traitor. Yeah, because David Jones is dead. Yeah, it's great, Mike. It's great. You know a lot about knives. Leave it in the dead drop like I told you. My friend, yes, I'm having a big holiday party and I need some fireworks, okay? Enough to wow people, all right? Come on, Harry. Yeah, Harry, nothing is gonna link back to you, okay? Hey, listen to me. You just make sure you guys leave it in the dead drop like I told you, okay? Wait, you trust me, right, Harry? You do trust me? Yeah? Look at me. Look at me and tell me. Good. That's good. That's good. I know, I told you I'd take care of things, okay? Yeah. Me too.
Maybe we try knife. They were talking about knives earlier.
Knife can... I'm not supposed to be talking, David, not like this. You know, if you want to talk, we can have another conversation on what the hell happened in Cleveland. And you can feed me a line again, and I can explain to you how much it personally hurt me to have to clean this mess up. I think you were loyal. I haven't given up on you, David. A knife can lose its edge, but it can be sharpened again. The hill walked. We didn't act blindly. We could have kept him. We chose to let Eric go. We'll all assume he gave up information to walk. He's going to have this stink of collaboration on him. And no one's going to go looking for David Jones. Not bad with David Smith back. You know how to make a really good knife? They heat and they cool the metal several times over and it distorts and it warps, and then they hammer it, and grind it, and polish it. And only at the very end does the perfect knife emerge. The forging process, it actually rearranges the atoms of the steel, makes it stronger. You can come out of this stronger, David. There's a myth that handsmith knives are better, but actually these days the machine-made ones are far superior, more reliable. Have a nice vacation, David.
Okay, this is Michelle.
With scars he said he got from knife fights. There was a cop trying to blackmail him. Max suggested I proposition the officer, so I did. I took him to a room and let him have me. He used his necktie to tie my hands. He smelled of cigarettes and cheap aftershave. And he fucked me like he was hungry for it. Max was... he done with the camera. He waited till...
Yeah, this lady's doesn't really intrigue me, man. But I want to try reports. Here we go.
Hey, honey. Is that a crime? Well, Jason Bourne never had to file reports. And believe me, if this job ever gets exciting, then something's gone terribly wrong. Yeah, Jesus. All anesthesiologists are attractive and charming. What's his name? Because I want to hear how you say it. Don't make fun. Stop it. Don't stop. You're turning me on. No way, not unless you give me something in return. Yeah, because those college town tramps, they are shameless, let me tell you. You talk a good game online. I gotta go. What about it? Don't be angry.
You look like the cat who got the cream. Slept with the Martin girl. Remember why we only give these jobs to agents with wives. Right, that's better. Those two are your targets for phase 3. Yeah, we know she thought a favor with him, and that's why the plan works so well. Not the obvious route into the organization, but she's credible. Gramps, she's just worried about you meeting her ex. People are simple machines. The digestive system's easily confused. Excellent. Let them approach you. Let's leave that for the final report.
I think that's where we're gonna leave off part 6. We got some new leads that we'll be looking into on the next episode. As always, thanks for your time. Thanks for tuning in and watching Skulls.